Nobody tells you this when you sit in that salon chair, but after 50, the wrong haircut ages you faster than anything else does. It pulls the face down, kills your softness, and creates that heavy, dated, granny cut effect that no makeup or skincare can fix. And the heartbreaking part? Most women are still walking out with exactly those cuts today. The women who look lifted, soft, and years younger all have one thing in common. And in this video, I am showing you exactly what that is. These are the 5 modern haircuts that actually make women over 50 look younger. If you are new here, subscribe and turn on the notification, because this is exactly the kind of thing we talk about every day. Stay with me, because number 5 changes everything. The number 1 cut is the soft layered bob, and here's why this cut belongs to you at 50, 60, and beyond. As we age, the face naturally loses volume, cheeks soften, the jawline shifts, and skin begins to sit differently than it did at 30. That is not a flaw, that is life. But what it means is that your hair now carries more visual responsibility than it ever did before. Heavy, flat, motionless hair at this stage does not frame you, it syncs with you. The soft layered bob works against that by creating upward movement exactly where your face needs it most. I want you to picture yourself in that salon mirror. Cheekbones lifted, eyes more open, jawline visibly cleaner. That is not imagination. That is what strategically placed layers do when they start at the cheekbone and move downward with softness and intention. At 50, this cut modernizes you instantly. At 60, it restores a femininity that heavier cuts quietly steal. At 70 and beyond, it becomes your most elegant signature, refined, effortless, and completely age-appropriate without ever looking like you are trying too hard. For your silhouette, this length elongates the neck and balances the shoulders beautifully. Now the mistake to avoid: walking out with a blunt, rigid, one-length bob that sits completely still. That version hardens your features and adds years. In your salon chair, ask specifically for soft layers from the cheekbone, feathered ends, and movement built into every section. Softness is the instruction. That single word changes everything. That is the soft, layered bob. And if that one resonated with you, wait until you hear number 2. Because this next cut is the one most women are secretly afraid of, but the ones who try it never look back. Number 2 cut is the side part pixie bob. And I need you to set aside every fear you have ever had about short hair, because what I am about to describe is nothing like the severe, cropped, masculinizing cuts that gave short hair a bad reputation on mature women. This version is different, and here is exactly why you should choose it at 50, 60, and beyond. As the face matures, it needs lightness around it. Not volume pressing down on it, not length dragging it downward, but genuine airiness that allows your features to breathe and be seen. The side part pixie bob delivers exactly that. The side itself is doing quiet but powerful work. It creates a symmetry, and asymmetry on a mature face reads as youthful, modern, and effortlessly chic. Picture yourself wearing this, the longer side sweeping softly across your forehead, grazing your cheekbone, creating a gentle frame that lifts your entire expression. Your eyes immediately appear larger. Your cheekbones sit higher. Your neckline, that elegant, often forgotten feature, becomes beautifully exposed, adding a graceful femininity that longer hair frequently conceals. At 50, this cut makes you look sharper, more current, and quietly confident. At 60, it removes the visual heaviness that ages so many women without them realizing it, replacing it with a brightness that turns heads for all the right reasons. At 70 and beyond, it becomes a statement of pure elegance. A woman who knows exactly who she is and dresses her face accordingly. We see women make this change, and the transformation is not subtle. It is immediate. I always say the right shortcut does not make you look like you cut your hair. It makes you look like you found your face again. For your overall silhouette, this cut draws the eye upward toward your face, elongates the neck dramatically, and creates a posture of quiet confidence that longer, heavier styles simply cannot achieve. The mistake to avoid: asking for a pixie and leaving with something clippered too tight at the sides with no softness, no movement, no femininity. That version ages you. In your salon, ask specifically for length kept on top, a defined side part, softness around the ears, and a tapered but not shaved neckline. Feminine structure, never severity. That distinction is everything. That is the side part Pixie bob, elegant, feminine, and far more youthful than most women expect. But if you are not quite ready to go that short, number 3 was made exactly for you. And honestly, this one might be the most underrated cut on this entire list. Number 3 cut is the shoulder-length shag, and I am going to be honest with you. This is one of the cuts your stylist and the wider fashion world have quietly kept off your radar for far too long. Why? Because it works almost too well on mature women, and women who discover it rarely go back. As we age, hair naturally loses density, elasticity, and that effortless movement it once had. What remains can feel flat, heavy, and lifeless. And lifeless hair is one of the most aging things a woman can wear, because stillness reads directly as tiredness on a mature face. The shoulder-length shag solves this at the structural level. The layers, deliberately placed from the crown downward, remove bulk where you do not need it, and restore movement exactly where your face does. Picture yourself wearing this, your hair falling just at the shoulder, not sitting heavily but feathered, textured, and completely alive. It moves when you walk. It catches light differently at every angle. Soft face-framing layers draw the eye upward toward your cheekbones and eyes, making you look visibly fresher and years younger without anything dramatically changing. At 50, this cut modernizes you instantly. At 60, it restores a youthful vitality that flat, shapeless hair quietly steals. At 70, it gives your hair femininity and life that feels effortless and completely age-appropriate. For your silhouette, the shoulder length balances the bust beautifully, while texture prevents heaviness. The mistake to avoid: choppy, unblended layers. Ask for soft, face-framing, textured ends. Movement is everything. That is the shoulder-length shag, the cut your stylist should have shown you years ago. Now number 4 is for the woman who wants pure elegance. Polished, expensive-looking, and timelessly refined. Keep watching. Number 4 cut is the chin-length French bob, and this cut is for the woman who wants to look genuinely polished, expensive, and timelessly elegant without ever looking like she tried too hard. Here's why this cut belongs specifically to you at 50, 60, and beyond. As the face matures, it needs structure. But the wrong kind of structure hardens everything. Blunt, bulky, helmet-like bobs press against aging features and create a severity that adds years instead of removing them. The French bob does the opposite. It introduces softness through subtle bends, airy texture, and a gentle face-framing movement that makes everything about your appearance read as refined and intentional. I want you to picture yourself wearing this. The hair sitting just at the chin, not rigid but slightly alive, a soft bend at the ends, a barely there texture that catches light beautifully. Your jaw appears sharper, your eyes look brighter. Your entire face achieves a graceful balance that feels modern, feminine, and quietly luxurious. At 50, this cut gives you an immediate sophistication that longer undefined hair simply cannot. At 60, it removes visual noise and replaces it with elegant clarity that takes years off your appearance effortlessly. At 70, it becomes the ultimate signature of a woman who understands that less is always more. We see this cut on the most elegant women in every room. And there is a reason for that. For your silhouette, it creates beautiful neck elongation and shoulder balance. The mistake to avoid: any version with blunt, unmoved, perfectly straight ends. Ask for softness, a slight bend, and airy texture throughout. Structure with softness, always both together. That is the chin-length French bob, understated, sophisticated, and quietly powerful. Now, if you have been holding on to your length and wondering whether it is aging you, number 5 is going to give you the answer you have been waiting for. Number 5 cut is long layers with curtain bangs, and this one is specifically for you if you have been holding on to your length, but quietly wondering whether it is now working against you. Here's the truth nobody is telling you. Your long hair is not the problem. It never was. The problem is the heaviness, the absence of shape, and the outdated styling that turns beautiful long hair into something that pulls your face downward and adds years you simply do not have. I want you to feel the relief in that, because it means you do not have to choose between your length and your youth. You just need the right structure. Curtain bangs change everything about how long hair reads on a mature face. They part softly in the center, Sweep gently across the forehead and frame your eyes and cheekbones in a way that creates an immediate, visible lift. Combined with soft, long layers that remove weight without removing length, the transformation is remarkable. Picture yourself wearing this. Your hair still long, still flowing, but now alive with movement, soft around the face, lighter at the ends, and genuinely romantic in a way that feels modern rather than dated. At 50, this combination makes you look effortlessly current. At 60, it restores a feminine softness that heavy, unshaped length quietly steals. At 70, it delivers graceful elegance and a youthful radiance that frames your face beautifully. For your silhouette, long layers create a flowing vertical line that elongates everything. The mistake to avoid: curtain bangs cut too short or too blunt. Ask for gradual, face-grazing, wispy softness. Length and lightness together always win. That is number 5, and now you have all 5. But before you go anywhere, stay for the closing, because what I am about to tell you ties everything together beautifully. And that is a wrap. We have just walked you through 5 modern haircuts that will genuinely make you look younger, softer, and more beautiful at 50, 60, and beyond. No guesswork, no trying too hard, just the right cut doing exactly what it should. Elegance after 50 is never about erasing who you are. It is about removing everything that hides you. The heaviness, the stiffness, the outdated shapes that quietly borrow years from your face and give nothing beautiful back. The right haircut does not make you someone younger. It makes you someone seen. You already carry the grace, the refinement, the presence. Your hair simply needs to reflect what is already there. If this video helped you today, subscribe so you never miss what we share next. And drop a comment below telling us which of these 5 cuts you are trying on your very next salon visit. We genuinely cannot wait to hear from you.